You want to know how you can catch a W and an L at the same time? Being an SJW. You know the W part, but I can't explain the L part to you, because that's mansplaining. Anyway, it's Dylan Goldenberg with Half a Time J Fan. I'm here for a motherfucking review. I'm reviewing Point Blank the Bull. Bad news travels fast. So, for those that don't know, Point Blank is a prominent underground Houston, Texas rapper. Although he wasn't born in Houston, Texas, he originally came out of Chicago, Illinois, but he references that a lot in his lyrics. And also, he's like a member of the SPC, the South Park Coalition. For those who don't know what the South Park Coalition is, it's basically like this underground network of Texas rappers that do not have a desire to be on the radio and just want to make rap for fun among their members and for themselves, basically. I mean, they got at least like 50 fucking members in the SPC. I can't name all of them. It's kind of like Wu Tang Clan in some way. They got like, I mean, you know, like the RZA, the Jizza, the Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface Kills, but if you actually look deep into Wu Tang Clan, they got like 100 fucking members. So it's like a big ass network of these rappers, and that's what South Park Coalition is. It's like there's multiple types of rap down there. There's a little taste for everybody. So if you like certain types of rap, there's at least one member in the South Park Coalition that'll enjoy it for you. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here to review the fucking album. There's 18 tracks on this album, and half of the goddamn SPC South Park Coalition is featured on this track, including but not limited to KB the Kidnapper, Willie D, Clown Cat, the South Park Mexican, Gangsta Dick, K Reno, Zero, Street Military, Bun B, Pimp C. Basically, a lot of almost every Texan underground rappers on this fucking album. But let's go into the songs. Number one, Bull. This is the intro track. This is a very hard track. It sets off the atmosphere of the album right away. Point Blank is ripping, doing his thing, putting his rhymes on that shit, and he kind of like takes like a little diss to like how these mainstream rappers write these lyrics all day, how they're rich all the time. But if you actually catch them on the streets where they're not rapping, they're not as rich as they say they are. So Point Blank kind of exposes that. I kind of like that in his second verse. Good way to start off the album. Number two has been a long time, featuring DJ Screw and Jessica. This one's a more of a laid back track. It's probably produced by DJ Screw. I don't know if I'm mistaken. This one is more of a partying type of song, but none of that mainstream shit partying, like how party songs should be written. But Point Blank is ripping up the beats, as he said himself in the song himself. It's a very good. In fact, it's one of my favorite ones because Point Blank is just maintaining this flow on this. It's basically like how rap used to be back in the days. We're just be writing for fun and not trying to be like pandering. Just like whatever comes to your mind, you put on that track. Love that track. East Southside Groovin' featuring Big T, PSK 13, Zero Zane, Flex, Lil Flea, and South Park Mexican. This is a posse cut. I really like this song. The beat is very well made, especially that little guitar sample when they're doing that little hook, and throughout the whole song, Southside grooving, body moving. So, everyone doing their thing. They all had good lyrics. But South Park Mexican, when he comes on as the final verse, that was the best verse on the song. I'm a big fan of South Park Mexican, by the way. But yeah, very good song. Well, another one of those laid back tracks. Love one of those. Number four, High with the Blanks, which I think is on one of the DJ Screw songs. Maybe it features. I think it's a remix, by the way, featuring Flex, Zero, Black, CeeLo, 3-2, Big Mo, and PSK 15. This one is basically drinking and getting high. Basically implied with the song, High with the Blanks. They're all rapping. Zero rips up the fucking track, as he usually does with his songs. All the other ones put their little spin on it. This is basically like a drinking and smoking song for those fans of those type of tracks. I really like this one too. Number five, Ghetto. This is a Point Blank solo track. This is my personal favorite. This is basically Point Blank giving you the struggles of being a gangster, but he knows that he's not the only one dealing with problems, so he knows he's not special, but he deals with his problems anyway because that's what a real man should do. And he also expresses how he wish he could like spread out his message and help out the other young people of the black community from not being a gangster and basically like striving to be their best. I really love tracks like that. Like I love gangster rappers that show the hardest of being a gangster, but also shows like the struggles and how they want to basically change for the better. That's why it's my favorite track. Number nine, Pussy Calling. This is basically one of your typical dirty raps. I like it. I like dirty rap like that. Point Blank lays on his bars on there, and the Reckless Clan too. It's a good track for those who like those that sort of topic. Number 12, Are You Ready to Die? Featuring Willie D, Gissing Up, and K Reno. This one is the hardest made track on there. Like the beat has that eerie Houston G funk that was known back in the 90s and early 2000s. The beat is hard but eerie at the same time. Kind of reminds me of that underground Memphis rap shit. Point Blank put down his bars, but Willie D, as usual, puts down some hard shit on there too. It's a very crunk type of track, gets you all pumped up. Love tracks like that. Number 14, I Wish, featuring PSK 13. This is basically like a Trey 8 tribute track. I think he's Point Blank's relative. I'll say that. I won't say his brother until I'm certain. Maybe put that in context below. But this is a Trey tribute track, basically saying that they miss Trey 8 and he remembers the good old days. And I love tracks like that. When they get all personal, not like that Drake personal, because that feels kind of personal. But this is like real shit, because like Point Blank does miss fucking Trey, his relative or something. And it's like he's basically letting his pain out through his music. I love shit like that. Number 16, Hustling All I Can Do, is basically saying, not gonna stop struggling, even when the times are going down. One of those hard type of tracks. Has Zero on it, of course, because he raps about that same sort of shit in his songs. Once again, it's kind of like ghetto, points you to the struggles of being a gangster and all that. Love those type of songs. Number 17, Slip Into a Coma Part 2. Part 1 was like on Mad the World, I think. And this features half the goddamn South Park Coalition, including K Reno. Basically, everyone. This is basically like a posse cut. The beat is hard as fuck. Everyone's putting their hardest bars that they've written on this track, especially KB the Kidnapper. I mean, god damn, his anger, he just exploded on the goddamn track. Zero as well is like I could feel that shit. Almost a chill went down his spine. Went on, and K Reno too. He wasn't exactly angry, but he put down that lyrical, mystical, spiritual. K Reno was very lyrical, even from the beginning. So of course K Reno could put some good ass fucking bars on there. Point Blank still puts it on there. Basically every single one put hard bars on there. In 18, the last track is basically just him saying, here's the lookout for this other album or buy this album that's already out in the streets. So that's the album. Point Blank, Bull, Bad News Travels Fast. I would rate this about a 7.5 out of 10. It's a great album in his discography of continually growing albums. In fact, he's got like a new one called No Money, No Reason. It's a double album. You can get it on his fucking website at www.ogpointblank.com. I'm gonna say it one more time. You can get his new album, No Money, No Reason, www.ogpointblank.com. In fact, buy all of his albums. They're all fantastic in their own sort of goddamn way. This album's very good. It kind of teased the Y2K shit in there sometimes as well. That's what I like out of this album. If I had one thing to say about this album, it's like I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, but I wish there was more Point Blank on there instead. It seems more like a South Park Coalition compilation album more than a Point Blank album to me, honestly. Not saying that it's bad, but I would have given it like an 8 out of 10. It was like more Point Blank. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, great fucking album. Repeated listens. If you like Point Blank or down south rap, underground rap in general, just get this album. See y'all later, motherfuckers.